Due to a medical emergency, the role of Alan McCarthy will be played tonight by a cardboard cutout of his face.
Well, thank you both for coming here today. I know for the reading of the will, I know it must be a very difficult time for the both of you.
Yeah, the traffic here totally sucked. And there's no parking anywhere. You guys should totally get your own garage. Or at least validate. Also, I'm missing America's Next Top Model.
Don't you TiVo it?
Yeah, but it's not the same as seeing it live.
That show isn't live. They record it all ahead of time and just show it once a week.
Are you serious? That is so lame. Well, anyway, everyone else is totally gonna know what happened before me. I told them not to text me with who's moving on this week, but they still totally will. They're such bitches.
Well, what I actually meant that this must be a very difficult time for you both because being the death of your father, by being mauled by a gorilla in heat.
Oh my god, that is so sweet. Dad always loved animals.
Yeah, and apparently they loved him back. At least this one did. I just hope it didn't last too long.
Well, according to eyewitnesses, it only lasted about 20 minutes, but then there was about a half hour afterwards where the gorilla was snuggling with the corpse until it drifted off to sleep.
That is so sweet.
Yes, Chanel, it is sweet. It just shows the emotional intimacy is just as important as the physical intimacy of sex. Well, anyways, it also made it easier for them to shoot the gorillas just so it wouldn't hit any bystanders.
Thank God. It's bad enough that they had to see that.
Yeah, well, that, totally sucks and everything, but, what do we get?
Yes, Bryn. It does totally suck. Okay, well, let's get here to the reading of the will. Let's see, blah, 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 mumbo jumbo, party of the second part. That's funny. Hitherto. Is that even a word? I wonder what that means, hitherto. Makes me think of small bunnies jumping in a field. Hitherto. Let's see now.
Can I have a Porsche?
No way. I totally get that.
Nuh-uh. I already did it.
What? When?
In the elevator on the way up.
That does not count. Does it?
Well, let me check. Were the elevator doors already closed?
Which one means it worked?
Well, closed. The elevator doors have to be fully closed in order for dipsies to be legal.
Yeah, they were totally closed.
Well, all right then. Brandon gets the Porsche.
What? This is so unfair. First the gorilla and now this? This? Why does God hate me?
Maybe because you're such a whore.
Well, he may not actually hate you, Chanel. He just may be trying to teach you a valuable lesson about being a whore, for example.
God does not care what I do on the weekends. It's what's inside that counts.
You're sure gonna want inside you.
Whatever. I so don't care. What about me? What am I getting? Do I get the pool? I want the pool.
Let me check.
You are so retarded. You can't have the pool. It's got water in it, and it's inside the ground. How are you gonna move it? You can't even swim.
I don't swim in it. I never get my hair wet, douche nozzle. I just want to lay next to it for tanning, talking on the phone and stuff. I don't want the water. You can have the water. It's full of your gross pee anyway.
That's not all it's filled with. But fine, I'll take the water. I'll totally bottle it, and I'll sell it in little plastic bottles for $6. That's all Fiji water is anyway.
All right, Brendan. That's a very wise business decision.
All right. Well, who gets Estrella?
Oh yeah, I totally get her.
No way Dad said I could have her.
What? When? When the gorilla was using his face as a receptacle?
Maybe he was saying a lot of stuff then, and it was making all those noises.
You can't have Estrella, she's mine. She's been mine since I was a baby. She changed my diapers, and she sang to me, and she taught me how to make tamales and the names of all the saints, and how to bless myself when I see the evil eye. Besides, you can't even speak Spanish. How are you even going to talk to her? All you know is, lavas mis ropas, por favor. You can't even roll your R's.
Let me interrupt your vengeful tirade for just one moment, Brendan, to point out legality. Basically, from a strictly legal perspective, Estrella is not the property of your family, and therefore your father cannot give him to you in his will.
First of all, she's a woman. Second of all, what? We've had her longer than we've had the espresso machine.
What? Is that true? I thought they came together as a set.
You see?
Well,
you see?
this may actually be true, but technically, from a legal perspective, she's what is known as an employee.
Well, what if we just don't tell her?
I'll look into that.
See, Dad was right. I am the smart one.
He only said that when he was drunk.
Which was all of the time.
Okay, well, I'd like to continue billing you two indefinitely for this time, but perhaps we should continue with the actual reading of the will.
Yeah, it's like $4 an hour to park here.
Thank you, Brendan. The next time I suggest you park at the 7-Eleven parking lot, which is about 3 blocks away. That's what I do. Anyways, I, William Brendan Fields, IV. That's odd. William Brendan Fields, IV. Was your father on some sort of IV?
I don't know. I never paid attention when he talked.
You know, if he was, it was probably filled with gin.
Okay, well, I'll have to look into that. Tanqueray or Seagram's?
Both.
I see. Okay, well, let's continue. I, William Brendonsfield, IV, do hereby leave my entire worldly estate of $473,000.18 to my maid Estrella Ramirez to be remanded immediately. Remanded, huh? I wonder what that means.